cyber criminals are becoming more sophisticated in how they're delivering phishing-based emails. So very rare now do we see the old sort of style where open this Word document and there's a macro attached, because most antivirus products now will combat that either at the endpoint or on the perimeter. So the cyber criminals are getting more sophisticated in how they're delivering phishing emails, and they are becoming more and more convincing when you're actually receiving that email. So one example is where they will look for domains that have expired that were owned by the company, or reuse a subdomain of a company. So it actually looks like it is actually coming from the your actual own company, because one of the telltale signs of phishing is actually the domain the link you click on bears no resemblance, or very little resemblance to the actual resulting URL where you would normally log on to. So what cyber criminals are doing are they'll wait for a domain to become for sale, or to expire rather, and then buy that domain, so it actually looks like it's generally coming from the company that that you would normally receive emails from. So we'll see. So even 2018, there's been a large amount of phishing attacks. We'll see that continue into 2019 with new techniques being adopted to bypass all the security measures that companies put in place. The other thing to mention also, if in terms of emails, is what we call sextortion emails, where credentials that you've used in the past that have been breached are being used by cyber criminals in the email itself. So you actually think they have information about you, genuine information, and they'll say that they can control your webcam, they're seeing what websites you've been browsing, etc., and demand some money to basically for them to remove that or give you control back. These are always fake, because credentials from 3-4 years ago that you've lost doesn't necessarily mean that they have access to your PC. I think the final thing we'll see in 2019 will be highlighted is the shortage of certified, trained and experienced cyber security staff. So obviously attacks are continuing to increase towards SMEs and on larger enterprises. So large enterprises may have the budget to have a security team, but smaller businesses will not have the budget to have a dedicated security member of staff. So it will be someone who's doing, it will be responsibility of IT to manage security, when actually security now is a full-time job. Not only in terms of putting everything in place to protect your environment, but also sort of things like GDPR, all those processes that need to keep on top of. It is a full-time job now, and also if your member of staff is doing other roles in their normal IT work, do they have the experience to manage a cyber attack? If there's a successful ransomware attack, do they actually have skills to understand what they need to provide, the ICO, how to recover? So I think we'll see a massive shortage in skilled staff next year, and therefore it makes it even more important to be able to have a partner that can provide those services for you.